Hi there. Oh my God. I just can't fucking stop laughing. I know I've talked about this before, but for the longest time, I didn't really know if I believed in like the moons and the portals and the planets and their alignments and all this shit that goes on that they're talking about. But like, oh my God. Every time there's some kind of portal they're talking about, I feel it. And it's not just me, it's my friends too. So I'm really legit believing in this. And right now, we have entered this Lionsgate portal. And yeah, like I seriously feel like the lion has just fucking eaten me and is ready to spit me out. But it's always so incredible to experience new levels of like authenticity, new levels of not giving a fuck. And it's always interesting to me what shows up. And sometimes I feel like I become gentler and nicer and kinder. And what has been happening to me lately is this just raw fucking strength and power that is showing up, that really all I care about is telling people to go fuck themselves. Like, not everybody, but when people are being stupid, sure, I'm going to tell them to fuck off. No, I shouldn't say that. Sometimes nice people do stupid things, and I'm not going to tell them to go fuck off. I'm not going to tell them to fuck themselves. But when stupid people are stupid for so long, and they keep showing me over and over how stupid they are, and I'm just as stupid because I'm not seeing it for my own reasons. It's their trauma that is causing them to be an asshole, but it's my trauma that is allowing it. Fuck, I'm going to say that again for those of us women who seem to learn the slow way, and I'm included in this. The trauma that they have not yet healed is what is causing them to be an asshole. But it's the trauma within us that is not yet healed that is allowing it. And I'm just really noticing that I truly believe that what our purpose on the planet is to heal as much of that as we can, because what happens when we experience trauma through our lives is we tell ourselves stories about it. Oftentimes we tell ourselves story about the person or the situation that created the trauma or the event, but many times we tell ourselves the story of what we did wrong, and we blame ourselves and we shame ourselves, and in doing that we trap ourselves in this trauma. And I like to call trauma fuckery because I wrote a book called The Other Side of Fuckery. It actually won 2 awards. It's a good fucking book because that was the first time I started to say, fuck this. Like, I was going to the lake that day and I wanted to go and find some peace and quiet in my heart and in my mind, because life had just been shaking me up and pissing me off, but I was too nice to say anything about it. And as I was driving up to the lake, all I could say was, fuck you, fuck off, fuck this, like, and for like hours, I was leaving friends, like messages for my friends. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with me here, but I'm so fucking angry at so many people and so many things, and I can't fucking hold back. And I walked up and down the beach, like screaming at people in my life that had fucking hurt me. And it was in the fall, so I was all by myself. It's not like there were a bunch of people around that I was screaming at. But I was so done being hurt by other people I was done taking it. I was done allowing it. I was done suppressing it. And I just fucking started writing this book. And I started talking about how I was so fucking done with all of it. And the interesting part of that book is it was not me talking about my wins. It was me talking about how frustrated I was with everything that I was losing. And as I was writing the book, I just kept getting more financially in debt, and more shit was happening, and more shit just kept happening. And that book has won 2 awards. And the lady who is the founder of the award, it's called Prestigious International Hope Book Awards. She's such a beautiful woman. I love her. And when I talk to her, she tells me how powerful this book is and how she just truly believes that people need to read it. And that means the world to me, because I really went out on a limb self-publishing that book. Well, all of my books, to be honest, all of my books are really written from a very raw and real. I'm not trying to sell a book here. I'm just fucking doing this because if I don't speak this out, I'm going to explode. And that's when it all started. I shouldn't say that, because when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I wrote another book that was very raw and real. And my first chapter was What the Fucking Fuck, because I couldn't believe, after going through cancer the first time and almost dying and having such a hard time and losing everything financially, that I was fucking diagnosed with a way worse cancer. I could not believe that was happening to me. So I spewed that out too. So I guess I shouldn't say that was the first time that I started feeling this. But what I really, really, really believe is, if we're not expressing it, we are suppressing it. And when you suppress it, whether it's anger or sadness or whatever it is, when you suppress it, it's going to come flying the fuck out. You're going to have, like, was it last week? It was last week, the day after I went to visit my grandma. Man, I cried harder than I think I've ever cried, or that I ever remember crying. I was crying so hard that I could barely even take my breath. Like, I couldn't catch my breath, because I missed my mom so much. And this was my mom's mom that I went to visit. My mom died 4 years ago. And I just had such an incredible meltdown. And sometimes this anger comes spewing out of me, but sometimes it's because we've suppressed it. I think that I'm getting pretty good at expressing my emotions. But it still comes flying the fuck out. And so I guess what I'm here to share is, it just is what it is, because it is. That's my new favorite saying. And I keep saying it because I believe that our soul chose our destiny before we came here. Am I right? I don't fucking know, but it's the only way that I can make peace with certain things that are going on in the world. And so are we choosing this so that we work out our shit? I think so. I really think so. I think we're here to work our shit out, to transform the trauma that is trapping us. And I think that it's very important for us to start saying, fuck off. Like, fuck off. And if somebody's being a dick and we tell them to fuck off, they get to make a choice. And the choice is, am I going to keep being a dick? Or am I going to do something different this time? And it's not my job to fucking figure that out. It's not my job. Like, I finally faced this motherfucker in my life that I was spending time with for a year, because he was so good at lying. He was so good at fucking reeling me in. But this really has nothing to do with him. What this has to do with is me being so lonely and needy that I allowed it. So anyway, I hope some of this made sense today. That's